This is a quick video to show you how you can add a pause button to your Elementor slides widgets when they are auto-playing to ensure that they pass WCAG 2.2.2 pause, stop, hide. So when we go into Elementor, we can see that I have the slides widget, I have autoplay, and I have two options right now, pause on hover, pause on interaction. I don't have any way to add the pause button, which is a requirement by Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, which means it is a legal requirement to have the pause button. What you can do first, I'm going to do this in a no-code kind of way. I'm not going to edit a theme. So if you are a developer, you can edit your child theme and add the JavaScript there. I'm actually going to use this plugin called WP Code, which used to be called Insert Headers and Footers, to add some custom code. So I have installed and activated it on my website. And then I'm going to go over to my code snippets and I'm going to hit Add New. And then I'm just going to click this Add Your Custom Code, New Snippet. Then I'm going to give it a title. So I'm just going to say Add Pause Button to Elementor Slides. Then I'm going to grab my JavaScript, which you're going to be able to get right out of this blog post. And I'm going to paste that in. I need to change my code type. It's not HTML, it is JavaScript snippet. So I'm going to change that. That got rid of all the errors that I had, and it added the script tag up there at the top. I am then going to scroll down. I'm going to leave auto insert site-wide header just the way it is. I want it to be on any device because we want that everywhere. No conditional logic, so you don't need any other settings here. So then I'm going to go ahead and save the snippet. That's going to save it, but it's not actually going to output it on the front end of the site until I toggle it on. So right now it says inactive. I'm going to toggle that to active and hit update. Now, if I go back to view my slider on the front end and I do refresh, I have a pause button. The pause button is in that top left corner, but it's above the slider. We might want to position it a little differently. A lot of times we position that in the bottom right. So we can do that with CSS. What I'm going to do, actually, you could add this into your global CSS using Elementor, or you could add it just on the block. Or if you had a theme with the child theme, you could add it to your style sheet for your child theme. I'm going to, just for demonstration purposes, add it into the block. I'm going to refresh my editor so I get my pause button here in the editor. So now I can see it's loading in the editor too. I could even test it. So I can see my slider should be going. If I hit pause and I just wait a minute, see that my slider has stopped. We can see here that it's working. I want to reposition this. I'm going to go down, edit my slides, go to advanced, custom CSS. And then I'm just going to put in some CSS. One thing I need to be aware of, oh, do you see how it's still moving? Why is it still moving even though it says it's paused? It's still moving because I put my mouse over it and I have, back on the content tab, slider options, I have this pause on hover, pause on interaction. That is going to, it will, yes, pause it when you hover it, but when you leave, it's going to tell it to restart again, which will break your pause button. So we are going to make sure we turn those off. Now I'm going to reposition that button, going back to the advanced CSS. On the front end, I'm going to right click on the button, click inspect, and I'm going to get the ID for the button. So right there, pause button 0. And if I go back here to selector, if I type it right, ID pause button 0, I'm going to say position absolute. Now it looks like it's disappeared, but I just need to tell it where to go. We're going to say bottom 5 pixels, right, 5 pixels, and give it a Z index. Now it is over the bottom. I'm gonna update this, and then go back to my front end. I will refresh so I can see my styles, the pause button, and I can tab to it. I'm up here in the admin bar right now. If I hit tab, then I go to the pause button. Then I go to other elements on the slides, which I haven't fixed yet for better accessibility, but we can see that we can go to the different elements of the slide, but the pause button is the first focusable element. It is a button, so I can use my space bar to trigger it. Pause. We'll just wait for a couple seconds. So it is paused, it's not playing. And you can see if I resume it, then it will resume playing and it functions. And if we inspect, we can see that it has all of the appropriate code that we expect. So my ARIA label stays the same. Pause slider. And we've got ARIA pressed equals true, telling us whether or not it is. And that changes to false when we unpause it. So we can see that it's fully functioning the way we would expect, both for a sighted user and a screen reader user. And that's a quick and easy way to improve accessibility in your Elementor slides.